Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. Right, today's video is finally a review on the Pen Fathom 2 casting special. Now, I've had this since Christmas 2022, so I've had it a while, and I think it's about time I gave it my honest review, and just tell you exactly what I think about this reel. Right, so the first question a lot of people will probably be asking is, could this be potentially the best casting reel out there? For me, this has been the best casting reel I have ever had. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't had a big variety of reels to choose from and then what I've used, but for what I've paid for and what I've used, this hands down the best casting reel I have ever used. Right, another question you could be asking yourself is the casting special strong enough and does it have enough torque to crank in a big fish? I think it does. Now, when I was looking for reels to go conger fishing off the pier, a lot of people, like at the time, I didn't have a lot of money. I still don't have a lot of money, but at the time, I had a certain budget for only a typical reel, for like a basic conger reel that I could be using off the piers and off the beaches, and I chose the Slosh 30. Now that I have two casting specials, and I have yet to catch a double figure fish on this reel yet, I am going to be fishing a lot this year, and when it gets to about August time, I'm going to be loading the second casting special up with 30-pound mono, and I'm going to put it to the full test, hopefully for my local area anyway, and see if we can catch a double figure conger reel on the casting special, and I'm going to see if it has enough torque to pull in a big double figure fish. But I've got no worries about it. I honestly think it will, because the guy that I bought the second-hand one off, this one, he told me that he has landed double figure conger reel using that reel already. So I know it will. I just know it will. But will I be able to do it? The only way you're going to be able to find out if you stay tuned to the channel, and yeah, potentially watch me crank in a conger reel either off the beach or off the pier. Stay tuned for that. Right, next question you could be asking yourself is the casting special worth the hype? Yes, in my opinion, yes. Now, there's not a lot of people now at 2025 talking about this reel, because this is actually an old reel now, but it is a very good reel. In my opinion, it is a very good reel. The mechanics of this reel are amazing, but we'll get to that a bit later on, so stay tuned. Right, so my first impressions of the casting special was very impressed. Now, I did do like a little funny type skit type thing in a video. I will link it down in the description if you want to go and watch it. It's a full fishing video, but unfortunately no fish. But yeah, I unbox the Pen Fathom 2 casting special in that video. So yeah, if you want to go and give it a watch, I'll much appreciate it. But my first impressions of it, when I ordered it, as soon as it landed at my doorstep, I opened it, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my god, it's beautiful. It feels really good in your hands. It weighs 485 grams. Now, in my opinion, I have no idea if that's heavy or not, but for me, it feels perfect. If it doesn't feel too heavy, it doesn't feel light, it doesn't feel, and when it's on a rod, I paired this reel up with a Leader Icon M Sport Power and an Ultra Power, now that I have two, and it fits perfectly. Now, the Leader Icons are like the Mark 1s. They are a big, bulky, heavy rod, and with this reel, it doesn't make it too heavy, doesn't make it out of balance and stuff like that. I think it suits it pretty well, to be fair. But yeah, I love it, and yeah, I think you guys would love it as well. Now, when it comes to the mechanics of this reel, now I think the mechanics of this reel is what makes this reel the best, in my opinion. One of the best, in my opinion. It's really smooth, really smooth. The spool bearings that go either side of the pin that goes right through. They hold the spool really nice. It's really smooth when you cast. As long as they're clean and you maintain them and look after them, this reel will cast like a dream. It's really smooth, really quiet, and even with the reeling, with the mechanics for the reel when you reel in, really smooth. And the handle, of course, pen handles, really awesome. And like I say, I've got big hands and I can fit my hand on there no problem. But yeah, the mechanics of this, it's really, really smooth, and I can't really explain how smooth, because this actually is the smoothest reel I have ever used. Now, I have, when I first, when I just had the one, I would pair the other rod up with a Pen 525 Mag 2, and that reel is nowhere near as smooth as this. So if you have used a Pen 525 Mag 2, Pen 525 is nowhere near as smooth as this. Right, we're going to talk about the durability and the materials of this reel. Now, the materials of this reel, everything is metal except two things. Even on the inside, by the way. The insides of this reel, the guts of the reel itself, are all metal. The outside is all metal. The only two components of this reel that are not metal is this little side plate here, little side panel type thing, and the handle, of course. Rubber handle and plastic panel here. Everything else is metal. In my opinion, that's awesome because they're easy to clean. Now, I'm going to say this. I'll admit, I started realizing, because I was lazy, I was going out fishing with all my rods, reels, or even terminal tackle, by the way. I'm starting to do this. If you go out fishing and you use, say, 3 rigs, and you use this reel, and you use a rod, when you get home, clean them. Wash off the salt water. If you don't wash off the salt water, you're going to regret it, because this expensive reel that you buy will start corroding and start failing and start breaking, and then you'll start twining. If you wash it, as soon as you get home, just rinse it. That's all you have to do. Just rinse it and wash off all the salt water and all the grit that's potentially went into your spool. Get it all washed off and it'll be perfect for the next time. Trust me. If you look after it, it will last forever. If you look after it. If you disrespect it and don't wash it, don't look after it, it's going to break a lot quicker. Trust me. But yeah, that little rant out the way, let's get over to the next question. Right, so the next question you could ask yourself is it worth the money? Let's find out, because I've actually done some research and the prices for these reels have changed quite a lot. Now, like I said, I can't remember exactly how much I paid for mine. I think it was like 210, if I'm not mistaken, possibly. Like I said, this was back in 2022. So that sort of money, you want to look after it, of course, and you want it to be worth the money. Now, is it worth the money? In my opinion, 100%. All right, I can't really compare it to any other reel with that sort of price range, if you know what I mean. So, like the Pen Fathom 2 original, is that one better than the Casting Special? I honestly don't know, because I've never used one. I honestly don't know what could be better, because this is the most expensive reel I've ever bought and ever used, and I haven't used any other reel to compare it to, so I can't really say anything about that. But let's get to some prices. If you're interested to how much it actually costs in all over this place, all over the internet, I'll tell you a couple of examples. So at the moment, I'm gonna, like, this one's Jerry. I don't know if Jerry's in Morecambe actually sell it like on its own, because at the moment they've got a deal going on. Because when I tried to search it just for it on its own, I couldn't find it, but it popped up a combination. So it's come up with a Century Fire Blast GT 14 foot for 500 quid, paired up with this, of course. Like the Century Fire Blast is paired up with this for 500 quid. Is that worth it? I honestly don't know, because I don't have a Century Fire Blast, and I probably never will either. The Angling Direct, they're selling it for 270 quid. I think that's a bit steep, in my opinion. But that also tells you, because if I bought mine, I think it was around about 210. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to go back and check. If I can find the actual correct price that I paid for this reel, I'll put it up here somewhere in like a little text somewhere. But I'm sure it was a lot less than 270 quid. So does that tell you it's getting good? It's getting more popular? Is it more people starting to buy it and so they're upping the price? I don't know. But then if you go on to another website, which I went on to, was Total Fishing Tackle. They are selling this reel for 200 quid. I think that's reasonable. Again, like I said, because I'm sure that's what around about the price I paid for. So is it worth 200 quid? 100%. Now, Gary Evans, I've never bought anything on this website before, but Gary Evans' website, they're selling it for 195 quid. So there's a little bargain for you. So if you're interested in buying the Casting Special or giving it a go for yourself, and like you say, if you've got 200 quid lying about, get yourself at Total Fishing Tackle, or Gary Evans. Yeah, because they're 200 or less. So yeah, get yourself over there if you're interested in buying one. Okay, so when it comes to customizations on this reel, now, of course, on some reels out there, you can customize them to make them better or make them faster or make them look better. You know what I mean? You could change the handle if you wanted to. You can, like I was saying earlier, you can change this handle if you want to make it a flat one, like the original Pen Fathom 2. What else can you do? You can change the bearings and the spool bearings if you wanted to ceramic ones, just to make it a bit faster. But in my opinion, you really don't need to. It's fast enough, trust me. Unless you're doing tournament casting, if you want to put ceramics in it, it's entirely up to you. But in my opinion, the bearings that's in it, as long as you look after them and clean them every now and then, and you re-oil them, and yeah, I think this reel's, you won't need to do much customizations to it. The only, like I say, for some of you out there, if you don't want the reel to dig into your wrist, the only really one you could do is take this knob off, the more flat one on if you wanted to, and also, yeah, and the handle, if you wanted to put a bigger power handle on, it's entirely up to you. But in my opinion, I think the way it is, it's perfect the way it is. Right, so there you go. There's my honest review and honest opinion about the Pen Fathom 2 Casting Special. Or if you have any other questions, please let me know down below, and I'll do my very best to answer them questions for you. But for now, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell, and I'll see you next time on Lost Fishing Adventures. See you later.